This is my daughter's room, and I'm purposely recording this as it is. This is it at its worst. This is pretty much how it looks when it's not clean. And I'm going to be updating this room to make it a nice young girl's room. Of course, I'm going to paint. So that's actually step one, is to paint these walls. This is how the room looks now with all the primer on. It's coming along. So I'm going to do a feature wall, which is going to be pink. Majority of the walls will be white. It's painted like this because her and her brother used to share a room, so this was his side, so I made it like a boyish kind of color, and then I put the teal over here for her. I have a bit of sugar, the same paint that I used in another room. I'm going to put on these walls, this one here and this one, and then maybe if I have enough I'll put it here, but I have some other ideas for this wall. The next thing I want to do to update this is maybe to replace this panel here. I spray painted the outlet covers and the light switch cover with a copper spray paint. I was trying to go for gold, but the gold spray paint was all dried up, and I just wanted to get this done. So this is what they look like. And then I'm going to put a floating shelf here. Actually, it might not be exactly floating, but it'll definitely be a shelf. So there might be brackets underneath there. And this vanity is my old vanity. It's in my room, but now I put it in here. I want to put this right here.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it here for now. It kind of goes with everything. Oh, I'm going to move the tools. Don't worry.
So I was going to say, if we just kept them there, that would be like, this room looks so ugly.
We did a little bit of shopping at TJ Maxx last night, so we got this and this and this from TJ Maxx, and these I actually just printed this out from
Staples.
Yeah, I printed it out at Staples because our color ink was very low, and I just got the images off of Google, and then the frames from the Dollar Tree. My daughter is really into Nella the Princess Knight right now, and this frame also from the Dollar Tree. I just saved it, resized it in Photoshop, and then printed it out at Staples for one page was 50 cents. This is the other Nella that I printed out, and the Dollar Tree frame as well. This is something we also got at TJ Maxx. It's a unicorn little pencil holder, and this is going to go on the desk. And I think it matches nicely because it's a unicorn, and Nella rides on a unicorn. So I've got these gold frames from the Dollar Tree as well. They were already gold, but they were kind of scratched up, so I had to spray paint them a little bit to make them look a little bit better. So I have two blue ones, two blue princesses, and two pink princesses. I was able to screen copy and then resize it in Photoshop again to make it an 8x10. So these are going to be fashioned up on the wall. And the best thing to do in order to arrange it the way you like is to draw out a template for each of the items that you want to do. And I have a gallery wall tutorial that I can link above and below in the description box so you can see how to put together a full gallery wall. But this is the best way to hang pictures when you want everything to be exactly in a set place. Got these just as evenly spaced as I can possibly do. Here we have this little basket hanger thing. It's like a little basket shelf. It's really cute. It's kind of dirty right now, but we just picked this up at the Goodwill. So I'm going to clean this up and probably paint it up a little bit to make it a little bit brighter. And then we'll see how it comes together. I'm going to put something here. This door connects to me and my husband's room, and we're not ready to put drywall here, so we're just going to put something here to kind of cover it. I am going to kind of close it up. I'm just going to use these beams here. I cut these at Home Depot. I'm going to make a frame around this, and then I'm going to attach some plywood, and then I'm painting it white. And then I'm going to attach it here, and then I'm going to cover it with some fabric. And this is going to be like a command center for my daughter, and you'll see how everything comes together. And I'm just going to use wood glue and some screws to attach the frame. The wood didn't split on the two longer beams, but it split on the two bottom ones. So it's split on both sides, but I put a lot of nails in there just to reinforce it. Here's where I had a little DIY fail. I was using liquid starch and fabric to create wallpaper, and this technique probably works fine, but it didn't work for me here. It was okay until I put this top layer here. This is the final seal, and everything just went wrong after this. This is an example of when a DIY does not go according to plan. I think what happened with my situation is that I had that dark brown board that I had painted white, and I think maybe the coverage of the paint didn't block out the wood, and I think that darkness of the wood somehow seeped through the paint when I put the starch on and created this yellow effect. I went on and trimmed off the edges, and then I went back and peeled all of this fabric right off of this wall, and I bleached it, washed it by hand, and now I'm using this spray adhesive to put it back up. And since the fabric shrunk when I washed it, I'm using this extra piece that I already had, so I have to trim this one. And now I'm adding some features here to update this area. I printed these images off of the internet the same way I did the other pictures that I put in the frames. And this is one of the pictures, and then this here, it was like this, and then I added the print here where it says "You Are Loved," and I just chose a fancy font and printed it out in a 5x7 shape. And then I just added a Sharpie to outline the outside, and then glued both of these down to black construction paper. So what I'm going to do next is make these into hanging features, and I'm taking these dowels from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to glue one to the top and one to the bottom, and then I'll attach it with twine at the top to hang it. And then the other thing I did was get a basket. I got 3 of these so far. I think I might add some more, but I got this one for some decorative items. So I'm adding this from the Dollar Tree. And then some flowers that I already had, some faux flowers. And here I'm just showing how I created a border with the fabric to hide the rough edges. The curtains are probably fine. And then this chair may stay in the room, it might not. This dresser is getting moved. Of course, all those crazy stickers are gonna be removed. And that matching thing, both of these are going to be painted another color. I was going to go with white, but now I'm not sure. But either way, those two are going to match, and I'm going to get new knobs for this. Instead of painting the end table and dresser, I decided to use a whitewash stain just to give it a subtle change. Instead of getting new knobs and handles for the dressers, I decided to just spray paint the originals with this metallic gold spray paint. And I actually found these little knobs. I thought I lost those. Those go with the dresser, and then adding these 3 crystal knobs. And I'm just spray painting the outside rim. Got a new sheet set, a whole bed set. It's just gonna match the room perfectly. My daughter is 7 years old. She's gonna be 8 at the end of the year, so it's time to just give her something nice and girly and beautiful.